And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome in to the championship game of the Armed Forces Classic, brought to you by the Ball Yard Tournaments here in Easy Walker Park, Mount Sterling, Kentucky. It's the Boyd County Cubs taking on the River City Rampage. Let's take a look at how these teams got here. Yesterday was pool play, and the Rampage defeated the East Kentucky Vipers 8-4. Then lost to the Moorhead Mavericks 11-0. That gave them the number 3 seed in the tournament, or in their pool, number 2 seed in their pool. Yesterday, they defeated the Kentucky Firebats 8-7 in the first game, and then came back and beat the Eastern Kentucky Vipers once again 12-4, and that's how they arrived at this championship game. The Boyd County Cubs started off play yesterday, defeating the Kentucky Firebats 11-1, then beat the River City Royals out of, I think they were down around the Maysville area, 11-6. And then this morning defeated the Polka River Mudcats 14-6. Just completed a good one. Dandy ball game against the Moorhead Mavericks. Extra innings, and the Cubs come away with the victory 4-3. A lot of that had to do with one Gabe Mullins. Gabe had 2 home runs in that game. Starting pitching, went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs. Brantley Griffith comes in to close things out for the Cubbies, and they win that one by a final of 4-3 to get themselves here to the championship game. Coaches and players are meeting with the umpires at home plate. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and set the stage for this one as the Boyd County Cubs set to take on the River City's Rampage in the championship round of the Armed Forces Holiday Classic, brought to you by Ball Yard Tournaments. We'll be back in just a couple of moments.
When I started school sports, I didn't know who I wanted to be. I just wanted to play.
But looking back, I developed character, resilience, and integrity. And now I'm settled in a career. I'm a leader to my own kids and my community. I know who I am and where I belong, and it started with school sports. I found my place. Find yours.
This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
The true purpose of high school sports is not about playing time or winning trophies. It's not about getting college scholarships or going pro. If that's your focus, you're missing the point. High school sports are about teaching life lessons and helping students become better people. While winning is the goal, growing is the purpose of high school sports, and we believe that is worth protecting.
Let's join together to protect the purpose of high school sports. Visit protectthepurpose.com. This message presented by the NFHS and the WVSSAC.
Welcome back into the Ball Yard Tournament here at Easy Walker Park. The Armed Forces Classic Championship Round, the River City Rampage and the Boyd County Cubs. Cubs coming off a very emotional and hard-fought victory, as we said, over the Moorhead Mavs, and they were able to come away with a 4-3 extra inning game and a victory in that one. Championship round, no time limit. Normally we do have time limits on these games, generally an hour 20 or hour 30 if you're unfamiliar with USSSA travel ball baseball, but no time limit in the championship round. There's also no run limit. Generally in pool play, there's a 5 or 6 run limit. That is not in effect in this game today. Brody Evans still unavailable for the Cubs. Took a hard hit in that game against the Mudcats. First game beamed right after a Gabe Mullins home run. Brody was pitching in that game and was rolling in that game actually, and took a pretty hard shot to the elbow, and we certainly hope he's going to be okay, and I'm sure he will be. So Brantley Griffith will get the call. He closed out the game against the Mavs, but still has plenty of time and plenty of arm left in this one, and he will start this one on the bump for the Boyd County Cubs. And Brantley and Gabe, two fine pitchers, and they're great to have for championship day, and hoping that the arm of Brantley Griffith can certainly get things rolling here in this championship game. He'll be battery mates with Jason West, does a yeoman's job back there behind the plate. I call him the wall most of the time. He's awfully good back there and takes care of business behind the plate. Gabe Mullins will be at first. Ty Mullins at second. People ask, no relation. If you look at them, you would think they were brothers, wouldn't you? Not. But we'll have, I believe that's Brighton Rowe out at short. Henry Sturgill is at third base. Left field, Brantley Shelton. Center field, Mason Marsh. And over in right field will be Max Steele. So that's your defensive alignment for the Boyd County Cubs. And remember, once again, with names and so forth, we are very protective of names of the visitors. Game Changer gives us generally first names and last initials, so we go with first names just for privacy purposes, and that's just how we do things. So if you are from River City and I mess up a name or I just give a first name and you hear me give full names for our team, well, that's why. We try to keep that privacy for those kids, and that's very, very much a priority for us. So Carson W. will lead things off for the River City Rampage in this championship round. Looking forward to having a solid game today between these two teams. Rampage really, well, I don't want to say they're unexpected, but a lot of folks felt that the GBC Grayson team would be coming out of that. They were the top seed in the pool, and they were upset this morning by the Eastern Kentucky Vipers. And so absent from this championship round. First pitch from Brantley Griffith misses outside, ball one. So this championship game is underway. 5 innings of championship baseball. There is mercy rules in USSSA, even at the championship level, however. And that pitch high and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff batter for the Rampage in the top of the first inning. That one misses low and outside. Griffith finding a hard time finding the plate here, as he tends to do that at times early in games. Sometimes gets himself in a little bit of trouble. Got himself in a pickle in that 6th inning against the Mavs, but able to work around it. Got a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to get out of a little bit of a jam as he throws strike 1 there. So 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 offering swung on and missed by Carson. Runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Griffith generally works pretty quick from the mound. He winds and the payoff pitch. That's up high, ball 4. So Carson draws a walk to open this championship game, and that will bring Deacon to the plate. Lefty settles into that left-handed box as Griffith takes a look over at first, straddling the rubber, and he'll fake another throw over there as he straddles the rubber. Finally, he checks in with Jason West. He'll toe the rubber, come to the belt, now come to the plate. That one catches the outside corner, called strike 1. No balls and a strike to Deacon D. Carson W. at first base. Another fake throw over to first by Griffith. He likes to watch the runners, no question about it. Ball swung on and missed, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. We're in the top of the first inning. The lefty Deacon settles back into that batter's box with an 0-2 count. Curveball misses just outside, ball 1. Griffith wanted that one, but it broke around the plate. Lead from first. Now Griffith comes to the belt, to the plate. That one's way inside, and I believe it may have hit him. No, it did. So he'll get first base, will Deacon, by virtue of a hit by pitch. So a walk and a hit by pitch. And Griffith finds himself in a hole here early with 2 runners on, nobody out. Top of the first inning. And Carter W. will step in to the right-handed box this time. Griffith takes a look at second. Comes to the belt, now to the plate. Pitches high a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Griffith eyes second. Now he'll fake back there. Now comes back to the belt, to the plate. That ball's lifted towards Ty Mullins. That'll be an infield fly. Batter will be out. No, they didn't call an infield fly. Should have been. Mullins easily had a chance to get to that ball, and the definition of an infield fly is if a infielder can make it with reasonable effort, but nonetheless, he did make the catch. So out number 1. Runners remain at first and second as Kaysen K will step into the left-handed box. Griffith to the belt. Now his first offering. Catches the outside corner, called strike 1. Griffith once again to the belt. The 0-1 swung on, fouled away. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first inning, no score. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Griffith. Another offering is fouled off to the left side. Run the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Griffith getting ahead, struggling getting ahead early in the first 2 batters, now working ahead again. Curveball misses just up and out. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Griffith to the belt, to the plate. Swung on, fouled once again off to the left side. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kaysen. Carson on second, Deacon on first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the first strikeout of the day for Brantley Griffith. And that will bring up John. First and second. Griffith fakes to second that time. And a big lead over first by Deacon. Griffith goes to first, and they got him napping. He's going to pick Deacon off first base, and that'll be the end of the inning. Nice way to end the inning for the Cubbies as Brantley Griffith able to pick off Deacon at first base, so no runs, no hits. There were no errors and a man left on base. We played a half an inning. Your score, the Cubs nothing and the Rampage nothing. Back in a moment on the Boyd County Cubs Baseball Network.
The true purpose of high school sports is not about playing time or winning trophies. It's not about getting college scholarships or going pro. If that's your focus, you're missing the point. High school sports are about teaching life lessons and helping students become better people. While winning is the goal, growing is the purpose of high school sports, and we believe that is worth protecting.
Let's join together to protect the purpose of high school sports. Visit protectthepurpose.com. This message presented by the NFHS and the WVSSAC.
No scores. We head to the home half of the first inning. River City Rampage and the Boyd County Cubs in the championship round of this Armed Forces Classic. A ball yard tournament that always a fun to play in those ball yard tournaments. We played in a couple of them last year down in Paintsville. Always a lot of fun. The Cubs will send up Mullins, Sturgill, and Griffith here in the home half of the first inning. That spelled some pretty good success for the Cubs so far, especially when you add Gabe Mullins in at the 4th spot. Gabe's been an animal today. Cubs have played great defense on the day, and I think that's a huge factor in a lot of wins in the travel ball, especially the 11U, is if your defense can play for you and your pitcher so strikes, you're going to win a whole lot of ball games. I was talking to the GBC coach earlier. They walked 9 people in their first game today, and that's why they were upset by the Vipers. You walk 9 folks, that's a whole lot of runners that you're just giving away, and makes it tough. Ty Mullins will settle in to the right-handed box. Carson W. will be on the hill for the River City Rampage. Mullins been swinging a good bat, also a very good bunter. We'll see what he decides to do here. He squares and lays one beauty up the third base line. There is no way they're going to get him there. He was at first base before the third baseman even touched the baseball. So a beautiful leadoff bunt single for Ty Mullins. That kid's quick as a hiccup, I tell you. He gets down the line in a hurry. Doesn't have long legs, but they move fast. That'll bring Henry Sturgill to the plate. He'll settle into the right-handed box. Fake throw to first. Mullins is absolutely a threat to steal. And probably going on the first pitch. And there he goes. Ball is taken high. Throw down, goes into center field, and Mullins, he's caught between second and third. Now he's just going to keep going, and he's going to be in there. Well, Ty Mullins rounded because the ball did go into center field. Rampage had an opportunity to throw him out, but Mullins tried to get in a rundown, but the Rampage did the cardinal sin there as far as rundowns go. They ran him toward the base he was going to. Always make that throw early, and that way if he is safe, he goes back to the base he came from, but nothing doing there. Sturgill takes the ball outside, ball 2. So a little tip for you youngsters may be listening, always get the throw early to the bag they're going to. If they're going to be safe, make them safe back at the bag they came from. That ball is scribbed up the third base line and goes foul. Two balls and a strike to Henry Sturgill, playing third base today. Mullins at third. Carter W. checks in with his catcher. Comes to the belt. Now brings the 2-1 plateward, and that one's high, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. No score here in the bottom of the first. We had a breeze earlier today, a slight breeze now as Sturgill takes that one high and inside for ball 4. And so runners at the corners now with nobody out for Brantley Griffith. Griffith will set in to face his opposing pitcher. There goes Sturgill. He'll steal second easily as the pitch was high for ball 1. Not a lot of folks throw through on the first and third situation. You got to have a really good catcher and a lot of wits about you, or you're going to give up a run. That pitch misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners at second and third now. Single will plate at least 1. Griffith lifts the ball into short left field, and that's going to be down. Mullins will come around and score. Sturgill moves up to third. They throw the ball to third. Griffith will go ahead and go into second base, standing up with a bloop single to left field, and the Cubs take a 1-0 lead. So here comes Gabe Mullins, 2 home runs and an intentional walk in the semifinal game. Cubs are certainly hoping that his bat stays hot in this one. First offering, catches, curveball, caught the inside corner. Mullins didn't much agree with that one, but it was close. Close enough. He was bailing out. That was a pretty good curveball. The 0-1. And that ball is lifted way foul, but boy, did he catch every bit of it. I mean, he caught every last stitch on that baseball, but well foul on the left side. So in a hole, 0-2. Might see that little curveball again. He does, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. So Mullen strikes out. First time today. And that'll be the first out of the inning. And bring Max Steele to the plate. Runners at second, third. Cubs lead at 1-0. Steele lifts this one off to the right side, and it's going to get out of play. Foul. No balls and a strike. Steele will settle back in. Carter eyes his catcher. Now comes to the belt, still working from the stretch. That ball is ripped down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. Well, that's 2 baseballs in the last 2 batters that have been absolutely drilled down the left field line, but both foul. So those are just strikes. That ball comes in from the other field now. So Steele, no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Drop third. Nope, they're going to say he caught it. He did not drop it. So that's going to be 2 away here for the Cubbies, and Jason West will step into the batter's box with a couple of ducks on the pond, going to try to get those runners across. Carter trying to pitch out of this jam. 1 run has crossed. West hits that ball right towards the shortstop. That should do it. And it goes right. He threw it away. Threw it away, and that's going to be 2 runs scoring, as coming around is Griffith, and that ball hit the umpire right in the ankle, and he did quite a flip. That throw from the first baseman got past the catcher, hit our own plate umpire. He jumped up out of the way to try to avoid it. The ball hit him right square in the ankle, and he fell flat on his back. That could not feel good at all. 3-0. As the Cubbies will score a couple there, as Sturgill and Griffith both come across home plate on the error by the shortstop. Should have ended the inning. Bad throw. Pulled the first baseman off the bag, and good hustle there by Griffith to go all the way from second to home on an infield grounder. And we've got a little bit of a stoppage here for Blue to gather his wits about him. He hit flat on his back, and it had to hurt. I know you couldn't see it on the screen, I don't think. I don't think we caught it. You may have caught part of it out of the left side of your screen, but he jumped up out of the way as that ball from the first baseman was coming in, got past the catcher, and when he jumped, the ball caught him right around the ankle, and he fell flat on his back, did a half flip. I think he's going to stay in the game, but he'll be sore in the morning, no doubt about it. He's going to bring Brighton Rowe to the plate with a runner at second and 2 away. Jason West, your runner at second base. First offering to Rowe. Swung on, lifted into shallow left. That's going to get down. Around third will come West. He'll score standing up, and the Cubbies lead it 4-0 here in the home half of the first inning on the Brighton Rose single, and that'll bring Mason Marsh to the plate. Marsh checks down with third base coach Cody Sturgill. And I believe he's got the take sign. Yeah, he's got the bat on his shoulder. That means Brighton's going to steal here. Marsh just watches that one go by. It is a strike, but Rowe will steal second, standing up without a throw, so he'll get into scoring position. Marsh behind the count, 0-1. He settles back in. The 0-1 coming plateward. Curveball, and that's a beauty. Catches the outside corner. He didn't like that one either, but that curveball is a dandy. Carter has got it rolling today, and Marsh behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. That stays upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. The Cubbies have plated 4 this inning in the home half of the first. Marsh settles back in. Curveball, fouls it straight back. Stays alive. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Carter desperately wants to get out of this inning with no more damage. To the belt, to the plate. Line drive headed towards the second baseman, makes a nice play on it. Marsh got a good rip on that one, but right at the second baseman for out number 3. But the Cubbies plate 4 runs in the inning, and after 1 complete, your score is Boyd County 4 and River City nothing. Back in a moment on the Boyd County Cubs Radio Network.
Your school's athletic programs and the impact they have on entire communities, especially our students. This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
The true purpose of high school sports is not about playing time or winning trophies. It's not about getting college scholarships or going pro. If that's your focus, you're missing the point. High school sports are about teaching life lessons and helping students become better people. While winning is the goal, growing is the purpose of high school sports, and we believe that is worth protecting.
Let's join together to protect the purpose of high school sports. Visit protectthepurpose.com. This message presented by the NFHS and the WVSSAC.
Back at Easy Walker Park, where the Boyd County Cubs have a 4-0 lead here in the championship game as we head to the top of the second inning. JL, Alex, and Jack due up for the River City Rampage. JL was at bat when the pickoff play happened back in the beautiful pickoff play back at the end of the first when Deacon was picked off. Had a runner on second. Deacon had too big of a lead. Gabe Mullins slipped in behind him, and he was out from here to there. No question about it. So the Cubbies will, with that 4-0 lead, something they've not really enjoyed a great deal in this tournament, especially yesterday. They fell behind in both games pretty early, but able to come back and win actually pretty handily. Did jump out on a lead, both games today, but that Morehead game was a tight one. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-3, 4-3. So Brantley Griffith set to do work here in the second. Curveball is going to be slapped towards the shortstop. Rowe will handle that one easily across the diamond. He'll throw it to Gabe Mullins for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. You got to love that. That'll bring Alex to the plate. You'll like Alex's number 19. First pitch from Griffith, right down Broadway, called strike 1. Beautiful pitch there. Griffith gets the sign from West, brings the 0-1 plateward, misses low and out, ball 1. Wind picking up a little bit more now. Well, it is a warm one here. Temperatures around 90 degrees. The 1-1 swung on and caught in the air by Sturgill for out number 2 at third base. Nice job by Henry. As we said, wind picking up, blowing right to left. That's helping the heat a little bit. And there's a ground ball headed right towards Rowe. He'll field it cleanly across the way to Mullins. Close play at first, but he got him. So a 4-pitch inning for Brantley Griffith. You got to love that one. Good morning, good afternoon, good night for the Cubbies right-hander here in this second inning as he was able to retire the Rampage on 4 pitches. So we will step away for a quick break. We'll come back in a moment with the Cubs leading The River City Rampage 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Cubs Baseball on the Boyd County Cubs Radio Network.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble. Otherwise, he'd probably be in his room by himself, having way too much screen time. School sports give him a place where he belongs and doesn't feel alone. And I am so thankful for that.
Support your school's athletic programs and the impact they have on entire communities, especially our students. This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
The true purpose of high school sports is not about playing time or winning trophies. It's not about getting college scholarships or going pro. If that's your focus, you're missing the point. High school sports are about teaching life lessons and helping students become better people. While winning is the goal, growing is the purpose of high school sports, and we believe that is worth protecting.
Let's join together to protect the purpose of high school sports. Visit protectthepurpose.com. This message presented by the NFHS and the WVSSAC.
Welcome back to Easy Walker Park. Boyd County Cubs lead the River City Rampage 4-0 here in the championship game of the Armed Forces Classic. Shelton, Mullins, and Sturgill do up 9-1-2 for the Cubbies. Something a little different that you may not know about travel baseball as well. You can bat your roster, or you can play 9 players like regular baseball. If you bat your entire roster, then defensive changes are come and go as you please. If you play 9 players as normal, then once you get the defensive player in, it's just like regular baseball. You sub them in, sub them out. That's it. So a little different. And the Cubs, for the most part of the season, have batted all 11 batters, but in the last couple of games have decided to go to a 9-batter situation. And, of course, with Brody Evans out with that injury, they're down to 10 players. So Chris Miller is the player that's ready to come in and play some defense or pinch hit or pinch run, as the case may be, as the day moves on. So Brantley Shelton will settle into the right-handed box. Alex L., the new pitcher in the game. Alex will settle into settle into the pitcher's mound now. He looks like he's going to be working from the stretch, even though no one's on. Brantley Shelton settles in, hits that one right to the second baseman, and it goes right through his legs. Error on the second baseman. That's Carson W., and so Shelton will be the beneficiary of a E4, and the Cubs will have their leadoff batter on here in the home half of the second with Ty Mullins, who laid down an absolutely beautiful bunt in that first inning. I mean, it was pretty. Lifts this one off to the right side, foul ball, 0-1. We'll see if Coach Sturgill did not have Shelton running on that one, but the first baseman is not holding him. Now he'll slip in behind him. Shelton's got a huge lead, and there he goes. Ball is swung on. Fly ball to the shortstop. If it's caught, it should be 2. It is. Shortstop throws it over to the first baseman. Nice stretch. And that will be a double play. As Kaysen made a great stretch over there to haul that ball in. And just like that, the error doesn't hurt as they pull off a double play to the Rampage, as Shelton was off to the races and he was dead in the water once that ball was caught on the fly ball. As Sturgill settles in, takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. So Alex L., the beneficiary of a pitcher's best friend, an unconventional double play, but a double play nonetheless. Gets him out of a little bit of trouble. Sturgill swinging and a miss on that one. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cubs lead at 4-0 when the home half of the second inning. Alex brings it plateward. And that one just about undressed Henry. It was tight, and he was getting out of the way of it. Did a little jig. 2 balls and 1 strike. Alex will come to the belt, now to the plate. And that one's high, ball 3. Way high. 3 balls and a strike to the Cub third baseman. Alex will check in with his catcher, come to the belt, and bring the 3-1 plate work. And that one's inside, ball 4. So Sturgill draws a walk, and that'll bring Brantley Griffith to the plate. Griffith will settle in. Gotta think Sturgill's going on this first pitch. He's one of the faster kids on the team. I tell you what, speed at the top of the Cubs lineup is aplenty with Ty Mullins and Henry Sturgill, and Sturgill will dive back in as Alex thinks he's going too. So he'll throw a little pickoff move to first, try to keep him a little bit closer. To the belt. Long pause. There goes Sturgill. Pitch is low and outside. Throw down, not in time. Sturgill in standing with a steal. One ball, no strikes. As Griffith will settle back into the right-handed box. Alex comes to the belt, gives a look back at second. Long look back at second. Long pause, and he'll step off the back and chase Sturgill back. So we will reset everything now as Alex comes to the belt. Another long look back at second. Long pause, comes to the plate, and that pitch is over the head of his catcher. Sturgill will move up to third on the wild pitch. And Griffith finds himself ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Alex brings the 2-0 plate work. Ball is swung on, lifted high to left field. Settling under it is the left fielder and dropped it. Right to him and dropped it. Excuse me. I think it was the center fielder. It may have been the left fielder. Hard to say. I kind of got blocked off on that one, but nonetheless, right in his glove and fell right out. So Sturgill will walk in easily to score the 5th run for the Cubbies. And the 2-base error will allow Griffith to go to second. Cubs lead at 5-0 with Gabe Mullins stepping in now. First offering to him, way outside, ball 1. Gabe has been on a tear. Did strike out his first at bat. But by the looks of that pitch, Alex doesn't want to have anything to do with him with first base open. The 1-0 comes up under the chin with that one. 2 balls and no strikes. Griffith at second. Cubs have plated a run here in the second, lead at 5-0. The 2-0 from Alex. Way outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. 2 down here in the home half of the second. Cubs lead at 5-0. Alex comes set, gives a glance at second. Griffith off to the races, and that's ball 4, and Brantley Griffith will steal third as well. So now runners at the corners with 2 away for Max Steele. Steele will settle in. I think Mullins will go on the first pitch here. Max may be taking, give him that opportunity. And they're going to flip a throw over to third, not in time to get Griffith. So we'll reset. Alex comes to the belt. Now to the plate. Taking all the way was Steele. Ball was outside, and Gabe Mullins swipes second. So 1 ball, no strikes to Max. Alex comes set now to the plate. Swung on, hit foul up the third base line. One ball, one strike. Cubs looking to play a couple more here. A couple of insurance runs as they lead at 5-0, and Max got a little dust in his eye there. Wind is blowing and blustery. All dirt infield. Can see where that might happen. Here's the pitch. Catches the outside corner. Called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Max Steele settles back in, Alex comes to the belt. A glance at third. Another glance at third. Now he'll come to the plate. Curveball is hammered but foul. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Max Steele. Playing right field today. Alex will come to the belt. The 1-2. On its way. Ball is hit right at the shortstop. He'll make a nice play. Long throw across the diamond for out number 3. But the Cubbies do get a single run. They did so by virtue of no hits. A couple of errors in the inning allowed that to happen even with a double play. But the Cubbies get 1. We played 2 complete. Your score, the Cubs 5, the River City Rampage nothing. Back in a moment on the Boyd County Cubs Radio Network.
When I started school sports, I didn't know who I wanted to be. I just wanted to play.
But looking back, I developed character, resilience, and integrity. And now I'm settled in a career. I'm a leader to my own kids and my community. I know who I am and where I belong, and it started with school sports. I found my place. Find yours.
This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble. Otherwise, he'd probably be in his room by himself, having way too much screen time. School sports give him a place where he belongs and doesn't feel alone. And I am so thankful for that.
Support your school's athletic programs and the impact they have on entire communities, especially our students. This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
Back here at Easy Walker Park for the Armed Forces Classic, a ball yard tournament where the Cubs, as we head to the top of the third, lead the River City Rampage 5-0. Zane, Jackson, and Gavin due up in the inning for the Rampage. As Brentley Griffith completing his warm-up tosses. Really good tournament here. A lot stayed on time. Even with all the rain and so forth that happened yesterday, they were pretty much on time. Good umpiring, which you don't hear a lot of at the time. You don't hear umpiring get complimented, usually, even if they do a good job. It's usually the calls that they supposedly miss. Griffith with the first offering, swung and missed. Strike 1 on Zane. Griffith with the 0-1, coming plateward. Ball is swung on, hit right back where it came from. Griffith able to get a hand on it, but wide throw at first. He would have been in there anyway. So an infield single for Zane. As Griffith, ball was hit right back at him. He was able to knock it down and stop it. Well, not stop it, slow it down, I should say. Brighton Rowe did a great job to come and get it and had to hurry his throw, but he wouldn't have gotten Zane anyway. So an infield single will bring Jackson to the plate. Griffith fakes the throw to first. Now he'll come plateward. Misses low and out, ball one. Wind now shifting a little bit and blowing in. I'll tell you what, with all this heat, that wind can blow as hard as it wants to. A lot of sweating going on around here today. And some sunburns I saw. That pitch up and inside. West tries a snap throw to first, but Zane back in time. 2 balls and no strikes. Sunscreen and ice a premium today at the old ball yard. No question about it. The 2-0, swing and a miss, strike one. Griffith gets another swing on a curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes as he evens the count. The 2-2 misses way outside with that one, ball 3. Runs the count full, and Griffith working rather briskly here now. Might need to take his time and settle down just a little bit. He comes to the belt. The payoff pitch is fouled up the third base line. Count will stay full for Jackson. Griffith retrieves a new baseball. Comes to the belt. The payoff. Missed that one low and outside. Ball 4. So runners at first and second now with nobody out here in the top half of the third inning. And that'll bring Gavin to the plate. When Griffith works ahead early, he has been much more effective, as do most pitchers. And now he steps off the back of the rubber with 2 runners on, gives a look at both of them, now resets. Checks in with West. First offering. Right down Broadway, called strike one. No balls, 1 strike. 2 on. Griffith fakes a throw to second. Now comes plateward. That one's right down Broadway again, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Gavin. And once again, Griffith fakes a throw to second. Just my opinion, but I think some pitchers worry too much about runners and take their focus off the batters. That pitch was way up, ball 1. It happens a lot. Griffith with the 1-2. Misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runners at first and second. Top of the third inning, Cubs lead at 5-0. And that one high and inside. Runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Griffith, after throwing a 4-pitch inning, went full count on 2 batters, walked another, and that one catches the inside corner for a called strike 3. Nice curveball. As Gavin couldn't believe it, but that one broke right in there. So 1 away. And that will bring Dawson to the plate. Now Griffith forgets his runners on, goes from the windup, gets the strike, but very fortunate. And he goes from the windup again. That one catches the outside corner. I think he might have called that first pitch a ball. Looked pretty good from here. Nonetheless, now Griffith realizes he needs to go from the stretch. Comes to the belt, now to the plate, misses up and out. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Griffith working quickly now. That ball swung, hit right back to Griffith. He'll make the play to first to get the easy out. And there's 2 away now here in the top of the third. Runners at second and third with 2 away. Cubs with a 5-0 lead, and Griffith trying to pitch out of a little jam here. Gave up a single, then a walk. First offering, misses low, ball 1. Carson W. settles back in. Griffith fakes a third on the pickoff attempt. Well, he didn't really try to pick him off. He just faked a throw. Carson will settle back in. Griffith toes the rubber to the belt and steps off the back again. Now he's decided he's going to go from the windup. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one's inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs now here in the top of the 3rd inning. Griffith. Ball is spanked into right field, and that'll get a run across. Steele will get it in quickly. And the River City Rampage on the board on the RBI single from Carson W. makes it 5-1. Runners at the corners. That'll bring Deacon to the plate. Left-hander. Settles into the left-handed box is Griffith. There's a ball that comes into on the field from the other field. Now Griffith will toe the rubber, come to the belt. Now to the plate. Misses high and out, ball 1. Runner goes, and West will throw it to a cut-off shortstop to try to see if that runner on third would break. He did not. So now runners at second and third. 1-0 count. That one catches the inside corner, called strike 1. A ball and a strike to Carson. This is Deacon. That one misses low. Ball 2. That one's outside. So Griffith's finding a hard time finding the zone right now. And that's ball 3. Well, apparently the blue called that third pitch a strike. Looked like a ball to me. But nonetheless, there's ball 4, so it doesn't matter. Bases now loaded. With 2 outs. Griffith. First offering to Carter. Curveball stays high, ball 1. Griffith to the belt. An eye of second, now to the plate. That one catches the outside corner, called strike 1. Carter didn't agree with that one. The 1-1 from Brantley Griffith. That one right down Broadway, called strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases full of Rampage. Yeah, that one's way outside, ball 2. And that's going to bring a visit from Jeff Evans to talk to his young hurler. Say, hey, let's throw a strike here and get out of it. What else can you say? You might be noticing something mechanically. But bases loaded and 2 away. A 5-1 lead. Tying run at the plate. Going to get out of this one as quickly as possible. Griffith looks into West. Gets the sign to the belt and steps off the back again. Distracted by the runner at first. Now he'll come to the belt, to the plate. Ball lifted to center field. Going back on it, and to his right is Mason Marsh, and he'll haul that one in for out number 3. So the River City Rampage do plate a run. They do so by virtue of a couple of hits, and they leave the bases full. We have played 2.5. Your score: the Boyd County Cubs 5, the River City Rampage 1. Back in a moment on the Boyd County Cubs Radio Network.
When I started school sports, I didn't know who I wanted to be. I just wanted to play.
But looking back, I developed character, resilience, and integrity. And now I'm settled in a career. I'm a leader to my own kids and my community. I know who I am and where I belong, and it started with school sports. I found my place. Find yours.
This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble. Otherwise, he'd probably be in his room by himself, having way too much screen time. School sports give him a place where he belongs and doesn't feel alone. And I am so thankful for that.
Support your school's athletic programs and the impact they have on entire communities, especially our students. This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
Home half of the third inning coming your way. New pitcher heading to the mound for the River City Rampage. Carson W. will come in to pitch. He'll face West, Rowe, and I believe Chris Miller is going to be pinch hitting for Mason Marsh. Is the word we got. Saw Miller with a helmet on. So lineup change. Part of that different approach that Cody Sturgill and the gang are going with the 9 players. It is starting to get a little bit cooler. I wouldn't say it's cool by any stretch, but the wind is picked up a little bit here and there, and as soon as I say that, the flag goes limp out in center field. But it is a warm, warm day here in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. And I know he will not be listening, but today is one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Rick Bentley's birthday. Won't say how old he is, but he was around when Dirt was a child, no doubt about it. Not older than Dirt, but almost. So happy birthday to my buddy Rick Bentley. Enjoy talking to him earlier yesterday, as a matter of fact. So Jacob West will lead things off after Carson will get a couple more warm-up pitches. 5-1 your score. The Cubbies looking to secure the championship here in Mount Sterling of the Armed Forces Classic. They finished runner-up in their last tournament down in Fleming County to the Blue Chips. And like to get that first place ring. If you're going to play, you might as well play to win, right? So West will settle in. First pitch from Carson is behind him. That was so far inside, it was outside. So 1 ball and no strikes to the Cubby catcher. The Wall, I often refer to him as. The 1-0 from Carson. Swung on and hit line drive into left center field, and that'll be a single for Jason West. Good way to start the inning. And that'll bring Brighton Rowe to the plate. Rowe's hit the ball well this tournament as well. Cubs, as a team, has really put the ball in play. I was talking to Brent Mullins yesterday. In the 2 games they played, only struck out twice. They struck out a few more times than that today, but this is their 3rd game as well. And playing a little tougher competition on championship day, obviously. But as a whole, they put the ball in play and forced the hand of their opponents. Carson comes set to the plate. There goes West. And he'll get second base easily as Rowe takes strike 1 across the inside corner. I think it was Joe Nuxall that said, if you hit the ball, you're dangerous. Cubbies have been able to hit the ball pretty well today. The 0-1 to Rowe. Swung on, hit to the third baseman. Fielded there cleanly by JL, and he'll throw to first base for out number 1. Jason West will move up to third. Nice play there by the third baseman, JL. And it will be Chris Miller batting in place of Mason Marsh. So Jason West at third base. Miller will settle into the right-handed batter's box. Long pause, and here comes the first offering, and Miller checks his swing. Ball is outside, ball 1. Brantley Shelton on deck for the Cubbies. Throw over to third, almost gets away. Nice play over there by JL to hang on to that one. That would have been a run. One ball, no strikes. One away. Here comes the ball plateward. And Miller slams that one right back where it came from. That's going to be a seeing eye single, getting past the pitcher and the second baseman. And we'll play to run on the RBI single by Chris Miller. And the Cubs take a 6-1 lead. That'll bring Brantley Shelton to the plate. Miller with the lead from first. Swing and a miss by Shelton on the first offering. 0-1. Miller with a lead from first once again. Short lead. The 0-1 is hammered but foul down the left field line. So Carson gets ahead of Brantley Shelton. No balls and 2 strikes. Cubs have plated 1 here in the inning, lead at 6-1. And we got another baseball coming in. 4 fields around here, happens occasionally. Ball get fouled away. And come on to the field of play, so umpires are pretty vigilant about that. Shelton will back out now as Carson toes the rubber. Miller takes his lead from first. No balls, 2 strikes. Carson brings the 0-2 plateward. Ball is swung on and slapped into left field. Line drive, fielded by the left fielder, who gets it in quickly. That's Deacon out there. And just like that, runners at first and second with 1 away. And then back to the top of the order with Ty Mullins. Mullins takes a long look down at Cody Sturgill. A bunt up the third base line would almost be an automatic single here. Third baseman has to stick, but Mullins fouls that one backwards, showing no signs of bunting there. Laid down a beautiful bunt to open the first inning for the Cubbies. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous right up the third base line. Runners at first and second. Miller at second, Shelton at first. Mullins settles in and rips this ball in the hole between the second and third, short and third, and that'll bring a run across as Miller scampers home. And here comes Shelton. He's going to give it a whirl. Play at the plate, not in time. Mullins will get A double. Well, probably a single. Left fielder kind of misplayed that one. At least a single. We'll call that a single with a error on the left fielder. He goes to third on the throw, and that will make the score 8-1. And now Blue is turning around saying, let me know when it gets to be a 10-run game, because it is in the third inning. So a 10-run rule would be in effect, but we're still 3 runs away from that. And that'll bring Sturgill to the plate. Cubs do lead it 8-1 now. And Ty Mullins at third base. I think we're having trouble with some catching gear, maybe. Catcher may have gotten shaken up a little. Yeah, here he comes. Little issue with the catcher there, but we're back to play as Sturgill will settle into the right-handed box. Henry's been spanking the baseball this week. Carson will eye his catcher, come to the belt. Now to the plate. And that one's high and inside, ball 1. Mullins at third base. Sturgill settles back in. And a throw to third. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Ty Mullins, and this is absolutely a compliment, he's like a little gnat when he's on the base pass. He just aggravates you to death. Dancing, clapping. Great baseball. Great kid. The 1-0. Catches the inside corner, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. 1 on. Ace is wild. Carson checks in with his catcher. Comes to the belt. Now brings the 1-1 plateward. And that ball is hit into center field. Going back. Hits the base of the fence. Sturgill will round first. Come into second, sliding with a double. And Mullins will cross home plate to give the Cubs a 9-1 lead. And boy, that ball didn't like much getting out of here. Didn't like much at all. So 9-1 now in favor of the Cubbies. And we're a couple of runs away from a mercy rule. Wind's blowing slightly in and left to right. Right to left. Or that may have been out of here for Sturgill as a pickoff attempt. Sturgill back in time. Griffith will settle back in. Carson comes to the belt, now to the plate. Swing and a miss, and I think Brantley Griffith was trying to just end this one on that swing right there. He took a healthy cut, no doubt about it. No balls and a strike to the Cubby hurler. Another throw back to second. Head first dive back in for Sturgill. Griffith will reset, settle back into the box. Carson toes the rubber. Checks with his catcher, comes to the belt. Now to the plate, there goes Sturgill. Pitches inside, and Sturgill swipes third easily. One ball, 1 strike. Sturgill at third. Brantley Griffith at the plate represents the essentially mercy rule winning run. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, but as we said, short backstop here. I'm not sure that I've seen anyone advance to home on a pass ball or wild pitch. I mean, it can't be much more than 10, 11, 12 feet. Not much at all. Griffith hits this one right where they ain't. That one gets right in the hole as the third baseman was holding Sturgill, and Griffith just pounced it right there where he should have been, and that'll be another single and another run scored for the Cubbies. And it's 10-1 now in favor of Boyd County. One more run, and this game is over. Cub fans are excited about this one. Griffith with a huge lead at first, and he's going to be run back. Carson gave him a toss over. Would be the first tournament championship on the season for the Cubs, should they hold on. There goes Griffith, and ball is fouled straight back by Gabe Mullins. Of course, in the words of Andy Griffith, we don't want to count our peaches till they're fuzzed up good. But the Cubs definitely in control now with a 10-1 lead in the home half of the third. There goes Brantley Griffith, pitches high and outside, ball one. And Griffith will swipe second easily. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. Aces wild once again here in the home half of the third inning. Carson to the belt. Gives a look back at second to Griffith. And that one's in the dirt. And Griffith will swipe third base on the wild pitch. So 2 balls and a strike. No, 2 balls and no strikes. No, there is 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a foul ball. There's a pickoff attempt at third. Griffith back easily. Forgot about that foul ball. Mullins settles back in, looking to end this one right here with one swing of the bat. All he's got to do basically is make contact, and swings and misses at that one. Infield not really playing in as one probably should be with the mercy rule run at third base, but infield's back. Of course, I don't know if I'd want to play in with Gabe Mullins batting either, but that pitch is over his back for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Mercy run game at third base in the form of Brantley Griffith. Ball is swung on, fouled. Count remains 3-2. Basically, any ball out of the infield will end this ball game. Actually, a ground ball anywhere but the pitcher could possibly win this game with the infield back. The payoff pitch, fouled once again. So Mullins fouling off a ball till he can get one he can handle here. Once again, Carson will eye the catcher and prepare his payoff pitch. To the belt, to the plate. And once again, foul. That ball is absolutely killed, but foul. I mean, that ball went a mile foul. Absolutely destroyed. Carson may not give him one here. Wouldn't give him that one again for sure. Another payoff pitch and just throws that one in the dirt. So Mullins will take first base on the walk, and that'll bring Max Steele to the plate. My guess is that Mullins will probably take off here to avoid the double play. Decent lead at first. And a fake throw over there by Carson. As Steele settles back in. There goes Mullins. Pitch is high and inside, gets to the screen, so Gabe will easily take second. Stolen base. Ball one. 1 run's all this team needs to secure a championship here in the Armed Forces Classic. As Steele fouls that one off the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mullins at second, Griffith at third. Steele settles in as Carson checks with the catcher. To the belt. Now to the plate with the 1-1, and that ball is lifted into center field, and it's down, and that's going to be the ball game. Brantley Griffith will cross home plate, and that is the mercy run rule. Jason West looks so dejected he wanted to hit again, but the Cubs have won the Armed Forces Championship. Your final score, the Boyd County Cubs 11, the River City Rampage 1. Congratulations, as the center fielder is still down. Made a heck of a try for that ball, and he is down right now. And so I hate that. He made a great effort, and all the players are taking a knee. Cubs started to celebrate, but showing great sportsmanship as they quell their celebration and go to a knee as a player is down. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here at the Boyd County Radio Network. The Boyd County Cubs, champions of the Armed Forces Classic, 11-1 over the River City Rampage. Gabe Mullins was named the MVP of this tournament. Congratulations to Gabe, and thank you all for joining us. So long, everyone, from the Boyd County Cubs Radio Network.